EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. And it is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And some space here. Touchdown! Jaguars! A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Jags have taken the early lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They're going to try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk. but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Bears nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
First down, Chicago.
They run. Montgomery. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And now it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Montgomery, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Bears 7. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Philip Dorsett hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Bears 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And firing a deep ball for Connect. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He'll buy some time right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Jaguars 28, Bears 7. Josh Lambo.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pass. take this one. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Jaguars 35, Bears 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
38-yard line. A gain of 16 yards.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. Jamal Agnew. He will score.
You talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Jaguars 42, Bears 7.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. He's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. So this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Artie Burns there on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, They put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery muscling free near the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. On 3rd down, Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And off comes to Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They run. It's Williams. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jags, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green.